Hey, you guys, I bet you thought I was going to forget the water signs. And what did I do? I did earth and air, I think. So I have to do water and fire. I did not forget. And excuse the attire, I'm doing laundry today. So I have to go out and do my, ooh, right palm's itching. Yeah, baby. So I hope everybody's well. And I'm so sorry it took me so long to get going with the two other signs for current energies, but that's all right. It's okay. Timing is fluid. We don't have to worry about it. We're going to get exactly what you guys need to hear at this moment in time. Let me just grab a pen. Okay. All right. So we're going to do, let's do water first. As I'm drinking my water. Winter is almost over and I'm super psyched. It's not that I don't enjoy my winters, but this was a rough one. And when you're living in the RV, it's a completely different animal. RV living is funny. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I love it because I love the freedom. And I love that I'm in the woods. And I love that I could just step out and I'm in nature. It's wonderful. But with an RV, there's always something to do. So you're always working. You're always doing something. Or preparing something or fixing something. So just keep that in mind if you ever want to do what I'm doing. It is a lot of work. It keeps me in shape, though. It does. Keeps me in shape. All right. My son is outside playing with his VR headset. So I'm really hoping there won't be as many interruptions as there was with the earth sign reading. But it is what it is, right? So let's just get to it. All right. So we're going to do water signs. Let's see. Okay, for the collective current energies for water signs, collective water signs. Spirit, what is it that my water signs need to know? What is it that they need to know currently? And guys, just so you know, because we're having this full moon lunar eclipse coming up. So I'm going to do readings too. Collective. Okay, let's see. Water signs, you're going to be getting challenged by someone or something. Someone's coming at you. And it's... I'm not taking sides, but I need you to hear me out. I'm kind of feeling like it's a karmic situation that has yet to be resolved, that you've been kind of putting on the back burner, and now it's all catching up. So if there's been something that you've been wanting, I'm saying Cancer, this is water signs in general. If there's been something that you've been going through that you put on the back burner, hoping it was going to pass or it was going to fade away, or I'll deal with it later. Unfortunately, it's coming back. So you need to just face this head on. You need to face this energy head on. You need to just address it is what I'm getting. And then it's done. It's done, I feel like it's an emotional connection, so it's not about finances. It's more about an emotional connection. This could be a loved one. This could be a family member. This could be a relationship. Maybe it's an ex. I mean, we do have a lot of retros going on. We got Venus in retrograde. Oh, let me even tell you about that situation, I don't even want to talk about it. Let's just forget it. No past. I keep saying no past, and what is it keeps cropping back up? But cats are doing something. So we have Venus in retro, and then we have Mercury in retrograde. Well, that's going to hit on the 15th, which is this coming Saturday. So, there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of energies between the planetary alignment and all that stuff. Very emotional time for everybody. It's not just my water signs. It's everybody. But it's also where a lot of people are going to be coming back, challenging you, confronting, wanting to resolve past issues, wanting to make amends maybe. I don't know. I keep hearing healing the family heart or healing the heart. So there is something in connection to family, but I also feel like it has to do with a relationship as well. The funny thing is I feel like a lot of my water signs just want to stick to their direction. You're trying desperately just to not deal with people or just stick to your own path. You're trying to, like I said, avoid confrontation. I don't blame you. Nobody wants to deal with confrontation. Hey, psst, lock, stop it. Sorry. Not everybody wants to deal with confrontation, obviously. So it's kind of like, and I keep hearing face the music. It's something about facing the music and just getting it done, having to do it. Because what I feel is happening is the energy keeps pulling you back, or it keeps pulling you towards that focus, or it keeps pulling you in that direction because you need to address it. So it could be that you're just thinking about it, or it's cropping up in your thoughts, and it's almost like an annoyance. Like, I'm getting annoyed by this energy. I'm just like, come on, I don't want to deal with this. I want to get on with my life. I want it to be over and done. It's in my mind, it's finished. You know, you could have that set in your mind. It's over for me. But energy is energy, and energy is going to pull you back if there's unfinished business on either end, you know, on either end. I'm so annoyed by this energy because I'm almost like, God, I really don't want to deal with this. You know, it's that kind of vibe. But still, I also feel like there's an underlining tone of, well, if I deal with it, if I just face the music, or if I just handle it now, it's not going to come back to haunt me again. Zoe, she's pounding around. She's crazy. This is freaking, you know, they're Leos though. They're fire signs, but I'm doing fire signs next. They're just acting nuts. So yeah, I mean, listen, water signs, just get her done. Get her done, because the sooner you get it done, you know, the less you're going to have to deal with the bullshit. I mean, really, I don't know how else to say it. It's almost like I just know if I don't do it, it's going to keep coming back around. It's going to keep cycling. And if it is a karmic lesson, you guys, it's almost as if Spirit's telling me, you know, if they just do it now, instead of the lesson coming back in another form, I mean, it would just be so much better, because that's what I'm getting. It's unresolved karmic stuff. Or, yeah, something with that. Shit. But I feel like once this is done, there's going to be such a great healing and a great release. And, like a feeling like I could feel my heart chakra just expanding because of it. Maybe it's not going to go as bad as you think. Maybe you guys have it in your head, like, this is going to be the worst conversation ever, or this is going to be the worst decision ever. If I do this, you know, it's going to bring back all these old traumatic feelings. And so I think you guys might be making it bigger than it actually is. And that it's not going to be as bad as you think. And that in doing so, it's going to create such a, kind of like this counterintuitive effect that you have in your mind. Like, it's going to be like, it's just going to be healing. It's going to be such a release. And then it's done. And then you guys just get on with your lives. So, I'm not against whatever this is. I feel like it needs to be faced, but I also feel like, I mean, you got it, you know, like it's not gonna upset the apple cart or disrupt the path so much so that you're not pushing forward. You will still continue your journey, obviously, but don't look at it like it's that big of a deal, but look at it as something that, it's almost like getting a flat tire on the road. You know, you obviously got to fix it so you can continue. It's a pain in the ass to do it, but it's not that big of a deal, you know? Have you ever changed a tire? I have. It's a pain in the ass. I don't mind doing it, but I don't want to do it. So, yeah, it's that kind of vibe. Let's talk about, you know, it's funny. You guys must be really working on your spirituality, or where your direction is going in life, or if it's in tune with your higher self, because I'm getting this vibe of that. I'm not really concerned about work. Work is doing what it's doing. I'm not really concerned about money. Money's doing what it's doing. It's more like you guys are questioning everything else. Like, am I on track? Is this the right path for me? Did I say this wrong? Did I do this right? It's like you're really diving deep into your psyche and healing those. And I don't want to say it's shadow work or desert period time, because I feel like you guys have been through all that. And now it's more like the surface, where I'm like, okay, there's still some little glitches that I need to finely tune or dive deep into again, and just really reflect on why that happened and why it led me to here and what is the greater purpose of it all. So, look, I'm a firm believer in one one thing when it comes to the journey. Um, every choice we make leads us to the destination, whatever the destination is for you. I also believe that there really are no wrong choices because no matter what, you still learn the lesson. Hold on one second, guys. So, you know, I don't see any choices as being wrong, even if it doesn't give you the outcome that you expected. That's another thing. Never expect things to go the way you plan because the universe has a bigger plan and it's always better than what you've ever dreamed of. And looking back on your life, you're going to understand why it all happened the way it did. But like I said, so there are no wrong choices, especially to the universe, because the universe is getting data either way. It's learning through you. It is seeing life through your eyes and your journey and all those nuances and all those things that you're going through, good or bad. To the universe, it's nothing. There's no good or bad. It's just a lesson. And so it's collecting that data and it's happy to get it. So don't judge yourself too harshly. Not everything you did was wrong. Some things were right, and that's okay. That's it. That's life, right? We're all going through this journey together. A lot of you are isolating yourselves, though, right now, I feel. There's a lack of trust there. Water signs. They keep bringing up Pisces, especially. I mean, it's kind of Pisces season, right? I mean, it's going into Aries, but, so there's this kind of like, I'm isolating myself, not because I'm protecting myself. I mean, maybe there's some underlining thoughts of protection, but it's more like I'm isolating myself to regenerate my energy and make myself strong again. And that's perfect timing. When it's your season, that's when you should be doing that. You should be focusing on working on the inner work, or isolating oneself to where you can regenerate your energy, especially if you're an empath. I know that I do that a lot. Like if I get, too squirrely, I'm taking time out for myself. I'm doing what I need to do to make myself regenerate my energy, to feel better, to heal. And then we go back out there and we do the work. So that's what I'm getting. A lot of my water signs are kind of doing that, and limiting the energy that I'm extending to others, or I'm limiting my time with others, especially if it's people that, how like, you're kind of forced to be in a family dynamic. If you have a family, if you have a husband, if you have kids, you're around these people. It's not to say all of them are feeding your energy. Some of them are taking it away and siphoning it. So a lot of you might be like, well, even if I have to be around these people, I'm going to limit that time so that I can restore my energy. So I like that. That's good. Good for you. That's what you should do. It's not selfish. It's self-care and self-love. So a lot of you are going to be practicing self-care, self-love. I see a lot of water signs getting into journal writing, more creative activities, because I think there's a part of you that loves that, whether it's art, poetry, music, gardening, taking care of the home, maybe doing some aesthetics to the home, those kind of things I feel are something that brings you joy. And it also grounds you in a sense, I do feel that money is going to improve. They're bringing that up. I'm kind of getting, and look, I know everybody's getting their tax returns and whatnot. It's not about that. I feel like there's an improvement financially, like in 3 months. So what, we're in March, April, May. So May, June, with the other signs, when I did their readings, 3 months was big. May and June was big. So I think a lot of us collectively are going to be doing better financially around that time. So who knows what's going to be happening, right? We'll have to wait and see. But I do feel that you're being smarter this time about your money. You're not going to spend frivolously. You're going to buy the things that you love and enjoy. You're going to buy the things that are long lasting, or things that you're going to get happiness from. It's not frivolous. It's not flippant. You're not just spending money to spend money. I feel like a lot of my water signs like to cook and be at home and eat good meals rather than spend $100 to $300 on a 5-star meal. They could cook it at home, you know. So I see a lot more staying at home and being at peace with that. Hold on. Okay, so that's good. You know, you're being proactive. I feel like I'm being proactive about my finances. I'm being proactive about where I'm spending my money, how I'm spending my money. I see like I'm paying off debts and I'm just being smart. I'm being smart about my money. So that's good. I like that. There's no giving money to anybody right now. I feel like a lot of you just are like, you know, I don't mind helping people. I feel like water signs are very helpful in that case. But I also feel like you're smart about balancing the scales where it's like, you know, okay, I've given enough. Now it's time to give back to me, replenish myself. It's all about replenishment for you guys. It's almost like the well is running dry or the well is run dry and I need it to fill back up again. And ironically enough, I'm drinking water like crazy right now. And that's usually the case when I do signs for the water, readings for the water signs. All right. They want to talk about love relationships real quick because I'm getting this really toxic relationship that just doesn't want to fucking go away. There's a toxic relationship. Now, listen, guys, you have to take some responsibility. I'm not trying to chastise you, but a lot of you, it's not about so much giving chances. It's almost like I want to avoid confrontation. I want to avoid the emotional meltdown. I don't want to deal with the drama. Yeah, you guys just don't want to deal with the drama. So, but I do feel like there's some energy that you guys are with, whether it's an ex or, you know, whoever. There's somebody that is siphoning your energy like on a daily basis. It's really wreaking havoc on your psyche. It's really wreaking havoc on your self-worth. I feel like you're questioning yourselves and you're wondering why. I'm like, I always love myself. I'm always proud of what I do. And all of a sudden I'm questioning everything. And, you know, you might even be feeling someone's putting the whammy on you, but I don't think that's it. I just think it's the people around you, or there's somebody around you that is a vampire, an energy vampire. So you really need to assess who that is. I feel like you guys know who it is, but you're not doing anything about it. And if it's someone you're married to, I mean, and this has been going on for years, if that's how you want to live the rest of your life, then fine. But, you know, maybe it's just time to call it a day, you know? God, that reminds me of that movie, because it just popped the image in my head the minute I said that. The Witches of Eastwick, and his wife kind of went crazy. And he's like, it's time to call it a day. And he ends up killing her. It's kind of messed up. But I'm not saying kill anybody, obviously. I'm just saying that it might get to the point where you're just like, oh, it's either me or them because I can't take this anymore. So you might leave that situation, or if you're expecting them to leave, they're not going to leave. Why would they leave a good energy source? They're siphoning your energy. It could be a narcissist. It could be, I mean, because narcissists love a good supply, you know? So if you're with a narc and you're still feeding them that supply, you need to watch those videos from that Indian woman. I love her. She was amazing. I learned a lot from her when I was dealing with my narc years ago, 8 years ago. And such a great, she just has all these videos. So if you really don't know how to handle a narc, then do that. Watch some videos from her. I forget her name. Just put, she's a beautiful Indian woman. I forget her name. Let me see if I can find out. Because, I mean, it's always good to find out. Indian woman who does the videos about narcissism. Oh, here she is. Yeah, right away. She's so great. What's her name? She's a total expert. Dr. Ramani Durvasula. Dr. Ramani Durvasula. She's an author too, so she wrote books on it. But I mean, there's tons. Can you see that? Tons of videos from her. And if you don't know how to get out of a narcissistic relationship, or if you don't know the traits of a true narcissist, you're gonna want to watch her videos. I mean, I feel like you guys know, but I feel like you're also putting up with it, and I don't know why. I don't know why anybody would do that. When I finally woke up to my situation, I left. I mean, I had to save some money, but within 6 months, I was gone. The minute I woke up to it, I was like, oh, I'm out. I just was like, I'm done. Because they're not going to change. They're just going to keep siphoning off your energy. So, yeah. You just have to break free of this so that you can replenish the well. You can replenish your energy, replenish your source. But there is a drain. There's a drain around you. And, I love you guys. I love my collective. I need to be able to tell you these things. I'm not going to sugarcoat. I never do. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know I don't. So, yeah, I just don't like it. And they're dabbling. There's somebody dabbling in, like, they're not even well versed at it. They're doing witchcraft, or they're dabbling in magic, or they're dabbling in the dark arts, and they're doing, like, they're playing with spells, and I'm just getting, like, what they're doing is making it over, like, it's just worse. It's just getting worse. So please, if you know somebody that's doing that to you, then at least do a protection spell and do what you have to do to get away from that person. It even could be a place too. I'm hearing a lot of you guys are in a work environment that's just sucking the life out of you. You know, if it starts getting that bad, you gotta leave. You just gotta go. You know, if you're surrounded by people that are just negative all the time, how can you grow in spirit? How can you evolve and do your spiritual work, or do the spiritual path that you're meant to accomplish in life? You cannot have all these obstacles or these draining, sucking vampire energies sucking the life out of you. And you guys are, water signs, listen, my son's a Scorpio. Water signs are sensitive. You guys are strong though, but you're also sensitive. Emotionally, you tap in. The dark side of water signs is that you guys know how to emotionally manipulate. But the bright side of water signs is that you know how to emotionally assist and help others. So you're true empaths, and you're also highly psychic. So, I mean, use those gifts for good. Use those gifts to pinpoint the narcissist in your life, or the energy drains, even though I feel like you guys know what they are. I just don't understand why. I mean, like, are you guys expecting something to change? Because I'm not trying to be mean, but I just don't see it changing. So I don't know what you guys are around, but I'm just getting this vibe of, at least, microphone. At least Spirit's telling me, they're like, it's not going to change. And until they make the change, it's going to stay the way it is. And they're going to have to deal with constantly getting their energy siphoned, constantly getting their energy drained. Just be careful. If you start to notice that you're getting sick more and more, if you start to notice that you're not doing the things you used to love to do, if you start to notice that you're angry all the time at nothing, those are forms of, hey, you're getting energy drains. It's not just you. You're not just in a bad mood. Nobody has a bad mood for a year. Yeah, some fucked up stuff. So, I mean, Spirit's kind of telling me they need to pull themselves out of this deep, dark ocean onto the surface and ground a bit. Because they're showing me someone that's almost sinking into the depths of the ocean, and then they pull themselves out above the water, and they're looking at the surface for something to help them. Like, almost like a float. And realize, guys, this is all metaphorical, what Spirit's showing me. And I'm in the ocean, and I'm like, there's no float, there's nothing for me to grab onto. So you have to swim yourself to fucking shore and get on dry land and ground for a little bit. If you guys, I'm always talking about grounding. I'm an earth sign, so for me, grounding's big. But walk barefoot in the grass. I know it's cold right now. Just do earth-based activities. So just look it up, man. Google. You can Google anything now. How can I ground myself? How can I balance the earth element in my spirit? Because, that's it. We're all like the elements, earth, air, fire, water, right? Okay. It would probably help you, too, to look in your astrological chart and see where earth is in your chart. Examining your spiritual chart, your astrological chart, really can help. If you look at the houses and where those elements are, and I'm talking, like, say if you have Aries and Venus, or if you have, that's a fire sign in Venus. So just look at the elements, and then you could also see like, okay, for example, in my chart, I have a lot of earth and fire in my chart. I have some water and I have some air. But earth and fire are the most dominant. It's important to understand your dominant elements, okay? Because for some reason they're bringing that up, and I've never mentioned that when I've done readings. I just sent my friend Katie this hilarious video. Wait, hold on. I just want to... I know, isn't that hysterical? I'm doing collective readings for water and fire because I wasn't able to do them last week. But I'll talk to you later. I just had to send that to you. Okay. So, it's just there's this amount of forgiveness, but also, I mean, you can forgive in your heart, but it doesn't mean you have to be around them. You can still love them, but you can love them from afar. I'm a big fan of that, trust me. If the energy ain't working with me, and my energy's not working with them, and the negativity is sucking the life out of me, I'm out. I don't have time for that bullshit. We have way too much work to do, collective. Way too much work. So if you're vibrating at a certain level, then you'll know that you need to avoid the ones that are sucking the life out of you. You have to, right? You kind of have to. All right. I think I talked about that enough. Let's see health-wise. I mean, honestly, stress is a major thing right now. They're just saying they're stressed. They're constantly stressed. What are you guys so stressed about? Probably about this narc in your life. Or about these energy vampires. So you need to, what do you need to do? That's what I'm telling you. It's all coming together. It's like this circle of like, I see the problem, but I keep avoiding it. And I'm just going in circles. And I'm constantly drained. And I'm constantly asking myself why. And I'm taking it out on everybody. And whatever's draining me is sitting within my psyche, within my cells, within my cell memory. And I'm just like lashing out at all the wrong people when the source is there and I know what it is and I just got to cut it from my life. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm getting kind of passionate about it because I'm like, just get rid of it already. I don't care if it's a marriage. I really don't. Sometimes we marry the wrong people. It happens. And you could go years and then all of a sudden you just kind of outgrow each other. I mean, I know how religions believe about marriage, and I understand all that. I really do. But this isn't about the Catholic marriage. This is about the divine marriage. This is about your counterpart. There goes my door. Your divine counterpart and who you're meant to be with. It's not about who you're meant to freaking constantly learn karmic lessons with. If you're learning the same karmic lessons over and over, you're not learning anything. Learn the karmic lesson and move on. You guys, I gotta close this door. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Sorry. So if you're reliving the same karmic lesson over and over, you're not progressing forward. You're just repeating the karmic pattern. So, that's why it makes me laugh when people are like, we're going through this again. Let's just make a scenario. Johnny showed his shit again, and we're going through the same thing, and nothing's changing. He was good for a couple of months, but he's back to doing the same old shit. And I look at people, I'm like, yeah. And then, and they're like, yeah, and I'm doing A, B, and C, and I'm taking classes, and I'm going to the gym, or I'm, whatever. I'm doing things to love myself and better myself. And, Johnny's gives me problems every time I want to leave, or whenever I want to do something for myself, he picks a fight. You guys, you know what I'm fucking saying? It's all bullshit. Nobody likes to see you progress. Nobody likes to see you grow. Nobody wants to see you happy. No one wants to see you looking good when they're a narcissist and a karmic. I'm telling you. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What else, Spirit? The jealousy that I'm getting from this karmic, the anger, the resentment, the desire to be you, the desire to covet, the desire, you know, the earth signs got this too. So, you know, and when I read the signs, you guys, if you're watching this video, you're high vibing, you're doing the work, you know. If you're watching this video and you're a karmic and you're being pissy about it, then you're a karmic and you know what you're doing. But I'm reading the signs that are on the path of self-evolving. They've done the shifts, they're doing the spiritual lessons, they're walking their talk, they're doing their thing. The negative aspects of any sign would be considered karmic, or unevolved, or not evolving, or, you know, whatever, all ego based, narcissistic. So, I mean, these things, or these energies, these karmic energies, it's almost like, oh God, it's so crazy. I love when they show me this. They're showing me like a wagon wheel, but you know, remember guys, this is how my guys are. They're funny. And you're just driving along and someone puts a stick in it. And then the whole car goes and bangs and falls and shatters. And it's like, holy fucking shit, man. I was just driving along doing my thing. And you're coming in with your drama and your bullshit and your draining stuff. And you're trying to knock me off my path. And I'm not going to have it. The thing is, you guys aren't doing that, though. So water signs, if you're seeing it, if they're doing this, it's time to fight back. Even angels carry swords. I say it all the time. It's time to fight back. It's almost like, you don't need to be told that you have the right to defend yourself from karmic situations. You know what I mean? And I feel right now that the water signs are really just trying to, you know, like the type of person, because you guys can be tough, man. I have a lot of water signs around me. You guys can be tough, but you also have a way of not wanting to deal with things. You know, like, whereas like earth signs are more direct and, you know, to the point. Fire signs are very cutthroat. You know, they're just like, they're direct and very, you know, that's it. Earth signs too. Water signs are more like, well, let's just see how it goes. You know, let's see where it's flowing. And then, but water signs can be very devious too. Like, my son is so funny, man. He is the coolest. I love this kid. He's so smart. And he negotiates like a lot with me. And he brings up good points. But of course, I try and I validate his feelings and I try to support those points, but I'll be like, well, this is a directive though. You know, you're not going to get there with those points. I mean, but we negotiate a lot. So I kind of feel like there's a part of you that's negotiating in your mind about the situation. How is this going to really benefit me? How can I kind of veer through the waves and, you know, like it's like a river rapids. Like, okay, here's a big one. Let's go over it. And then, okay, now we're good. And so it's almost like you're trying to maneuver through this. And that's fine too. I just kind of, maybe it's because I'm an earth sign, I'm just like, God, just cut it off and get it done already. You know, it's not just, it's like cutting off gangrene toe. Yeah, just get rid of it. So it's really up to you guys how you do this. I'm just telling you what I'm getting. This is the reading that I'm getting. Why is it gotta be so damn complicated? Like, seriously, why can't we just be happy and do our shit and not have other people try and shit on it? Shouldn't be that simple, right? You would think it'd be that simple. But it's not. It's not. All right, let's see what else I'm getting for you guys. And then I'm gonna, yeah, we're at 34 minutes. I mean, there's really nothing more to say except for the fact that I would really like for you guys to get more tapped into your spirituality. I feel like they're bringing this up for a reason. So I see like a lot of candle magic. This is like quick magic. Magic that I need it done now so I can get the energy flowing. Herbal stuff, candle magic. You know, sometimes we can put pressure on ourselves to make it grandiose. You know, simplified magic is just as effective, trust me. So if you're looking into delving into the magical arts, start there, okay? Don't just play with energies you don't understand, though. Ask for guidance. Call on your ancestors. Call on your spirit guides. I do feel like a lot of you like to work with angel magic or angel energy. That's great. I love the angels. Archangel Michael's my favorite. But I call on all four of them, the archangels, whenever I need help. So if that helps you, by all means. My son, he's playing Among Us on his VR headset, and they're crazy. These kids are crazy. So nuts. I swear to God. I don't get it. I do want to say one other thing with the health stuff. We were going to touch on that, right? I mean, the stress, yes, but I also feel like physically I'm getting a lot of stomach issues. So if stress is affecting your stomach in some way, if you're stress eating, if you're eating foods that aren't agreeing with you, you got to reel in the diet a bit, okay? Because it's not just about gaining weight. I feel like it's about, like, I just, like, I have acid indigestion, or I've got stomach pains, or I eat too much and I don't feel good, or maybe I'm drinking too much and it's affecting my stomach or my gut health in some way. There's an imbalance going on with the stomach, okay? I gotta say that. Don't cancers rule the stomach? What sign rules the stomach? Hold on. What astrological sign rules the stomach? Oh, it's Virgo. Okay, so, well, I mean, that doesn't really matter. I'm just getting gut and stuff. Maybe you have some Virgo in there. Cancer rules chest and breasts. Scorpio, reproductive organs and pelvis. And then, where's the other one I'm looking? Pisces, feet, and some body fluids. Well, body fluids. Whatever. There's a lot of acidic stuff going on. So, just be careful with the stomach and the esophagus and that kind of area. And, liquids that you're drinking, I guess, right? All right, let me see. I think that's it, you guys. So if you want a more personal reading, I have a really great special going on right now. Readings for like a half hour, it's 65 instead of 80. For 45 minutes, it's 85. And then I think for an hour, it's 130. But if you do, it's a BOGO sale. So with the sale prices. So if you buy a reading, you get half off on the sale price. So it's super cheap and super cool. So just tell a friend and share the happiness. But yeah, if you need a more personal reading, realize this is collective reading. So I'm not gonna get, if I hit some points, that's great, but it's not for you. So, well, it is, but it's not personally for you. All right, I love you guys, and thanks for watching. Bye.